Why is it? Jesus
Well,
Christ.
because it could move markets.
Well, wait. You know, short sellers might have looked at that and said he's gaming us.
Did he speak to
And then they went short. He didn't give any numbers. And by the way, I just want to make this point. I've been at this game a while, just like it was years ago when I was at OMB. These numbers come out the night before. They come to CA. In those days, they came to OMB, and these days they come to NEC. And I make a call whether to let him know or not. And it just so happens last evening, I let him know.
Doesn't this go against the 1985 OMB directive, which essentially says no one should reveal what the findings are the night before or before they're released officially?
Right, and we didn't.
Why is there such secrecy around this number?
This is very important. No one revealed the numbers to the public.
Why would the president tell anybody to look at the jobs report if it was going to be negative?
You have to ask. That's a therapy thing? I don't know.
That's a therapy thing?
Well, that's a logic thing. That's just common sense. Why would the president tell all of America to look at the jobs numbers if the jobs numbers were not good? Larry Kudlow laughing that very reasonable question off, the head of the National Economic Council there at the White House, talking about the May jobs report. He says he does not know if he will let the president see the next jobs report numbers early, but he did, as you heard him say nothing was wrong with that tweet teasing those numbers because he is the president, as Kudlow put it, after all. We also learned this morning in that phone call between President Trump and the leader of France, Emmanuel Macron, according to the French readout of that conversation that we're just getting, Macron told the president new U.S. tariffs on the European, Mexican, and Canadian imports of steel and aluminum are, quote, illegal and a mistake. Remember, that's interesting because of the very close relationship between President Trump and Emmanuel Macron. He is one of the president's closest allies. The two have been very buddy-buddy, so tough words from a close pal. We are keeping an eye on all of those developments. We're keeping an eye on the market. We're also keeping an eye on what else the president is tweeting about, not just the jobs numbers, but also about Samantha Bee, the late-night comedian. He says she should be fired after Bee said this about his daughter, Ivanka Trump, on her TBS show.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless c***. He listens to you.
The president tweeting, why aren't they firing no talent Samantha Bee for the horrible language used on her low ratings show, a total double standard. Bee took to Twitter to apologize to Ivanka Trump, writing, it was inappropriate and inexcusable. I crossed a line and I deeply regret it. TBS also calling Bee's language vile and inappropriate, adding it should not have been aired. You see it there. Joining me now is Anna Marie Cox, host of the podcast With Friends Like These, part of the Crooked Media Network. Eugene and Shauna are here with me on set as well. So, Anna, let me start with you here. The White House, the president are pointing to a double standard, referencing, of course, the Roseanne Barr racist tweet that ended up getting her show canceled after a ton of outrage about that. What do you make of that argument?
Well, let's put it this way. Do you think Roseanne would have gotten fired if she had called Valerie Jarrett what Samantha Bee called Ivanka? I don't think so. I don't think she would have been. I think we would have just brushed it off as like Roseanne using vulgar language, which she's done a lot. And the president himself, by the way, reportedly has called someone the C word, Sally Yates, as a matter of fact. That was in Fire and Fury. My personal position on this is that if I had been in Samantha Bee's position, I don't think I would have used that word, because I think the real insult in the passage is feckless, and I think the real obscenity is, of course, the immigration policy.